It all started with avocados. Not just one of them, four of them. Beautiful, perfectly ripe, sitting on my counter, quietly judging me. Because what started as an inspiration turned into pressure. And that shift, it shows up in our lives all the time. So, how do good ideas, healthy ideas, even meaningful ideas, slowly turn into guilt, heaviness, and self judgment instead of growth? That's where the avocados come in as a seed idea. A generous friend gave me several avocados because she had overbought at the store. They were on sale and she had big dreams: guacamole, dressing, avocado toast, avocados in smoothies, avocados in everything. Honestly, she reminded me a little bit of Forrest Gump and his Bubba Gump shrimp exercise, where there was barbecue shrimp, boiled shrimp, baked shrimp, coconut shrimp, lemon shrimp. You get the idea. There were so many possibilities for these avocados. Her enthusiasm was contagious. I thought of all the things I could do with these avocados, and I gratefully accepted them. Although a tiny voice whispered, four might be a lot. But like I often do, I ignored it. At first, those avocados were inspiring. I loved how they looked on my counter, healthy, vibrant, full of promise. They made me think I could eat more avocados. Look at all the benefits. And then life happened. I got busy. I was out of the house. I wasn't eating at home. And slowly, those avocados went from inspiring me to quietly taunting me. They felt heavy, and I started thinking about them too much. First came the pressure, and that quiet voice is asking, why haven't you made anything with them yet? Then came the guilt. I'm wasting them. And by the time I reached for them, they were overripe, unusable, seed ideas gone bad. And that's when it hit me. This wasn't about avocados. It was about accepting something without first asking if it actually fit in my life and my timing. For me, the avocados were simply a reminder of how seed ideas often work in our lives. We see someone doing something inspiring, a new habit, a new spiritual practice, a health routine, a creative project, a way of living that looks aligned and beautiful. Sometimes someone even says, you should do this. It's amazing. And maybe it is a good idea and you genuinely want it. And here's what we often forget to ask. Does this make sense for me? And does it make sense for me now? And what happens when we skip that pause and asking that question? Inspiration certainly energizes us, but we forget to consider how we're going to integrate that into our lives. We love the idea, but we forget to make space for it. The second thing that happens is we end up with a timing mismatch. The seed is good, the season isn't. A good seed planted in the wrong season is going to struggle. Consider planting a tomato seed, not a plant, a tomato seed, far too early in the season. It may not even survive. The third thing we come up against when we skip that pause is unowned commitment. What do I mean by that? We accepted the idea, but we didn't commit to it in here. And therefore, our commitment is weak. The next thing you'll notice is that pressure replaces possibility. We're no longer thinking about guacamole and avocado toast. What once felt hopeful now starts to feel heavy. And eventually, we don't follow through. We think the problem is us, but it's not. The issue isn't lack of discipline. It means you are learning discernment. Yes, something as simple as an avocado can show us that even though something is healthy, meaningful, even admirable, it doesn't mean that it belongs in our life right now. It's important to remember that even amazing seed ideas require time, attention, commitment, accountability, and yes, lots of discernment. This simple seed idea became the inspiration behind my series, It All Started With. In this case, an avocado. It's about noticing the small moments and even objects in life that reveal to us how we relate to ourselves, to others, to our goals, and most importantly, to our inner life. If you have ever taken on a goal that quietly becomes a burden, feel guilty about not following through, or wonder why something that looked right didn't feel right, you're not lacking discipline. You're learning discernment. And I know if you're still watching this video, you are serious about making change in your life that lasts. Change that turns your someday or one day ideas into day one action. And that kind of change not only requires, but deserves more than the last few minutes we've been together. It may have all started with a simple seed idea inspired by an avocado, but it continues with learning to recognize when the seed idea is actually yours, learning to spot when there's a timing mismatch, and finally learning to choose the ideas that grow with you. I invite you to take your seed ideas and turn them into your next inspiring story. If that's something you'd like to learn more about, watch this next video for more inspiration, or click the link below to get started on turning your seed ideas into an extraordinary story. Today is day one.